feared my life ending for many years. I live alone. My work is complete. But today, I did feel fear.
How's that? Are you ready?
And now, a leap into the unknown.
Get flicked. Welcome. This is episode 40. My name is Derek Mitchell, of course. You are now here with the Flicked the Script podcast. Just want to go ahead and say before we get started, I always got to acknowledge the listeners and all the subscribers out there and followers. Thank you once again for the support. We do this for you guys. We appreciate you guys listening and staying tuned to each episode. There's a lot more on the way. And once again, we appreciate all the love and all the support. So thank you for that. If you haven't done so already, for those of you who haven't followed us or subscribed, feel free to check us out on YouTube, on X/Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify. We're everywhere. We're all over. So feel free to connect with us on those platforms. Let's go ahead and get into episode 40. Which movie are we talking about today? Today we're talking about 28 years later, The Bone Temple. The duration on this one is 1 hour and 50 minutes. Directed by DaCosta. Starring Ralph Fiennes, Jack O'Connell, Alfie Williams, Erin Kellyman, Lewis-Parry, and of course, many other talented actors and actresses as well. Now, what is 28 years later? Now, I will say they put this movie out pretty fast compared to we just saw 28 years later a few months ago. They had a movie that was just out. So when this one was introduced, when I first saw the trailer for this one, I was like, oh, damn, that was fast, you know? But what is this one about? This is about, if you're familiar with the story, without me spoiling it, it's about Dr. Kelson. He starts to build a relationship with the quote-unquote alpha zombie, played by Lewis-Parry. And he's pretty much trying to get the alpha zombie to become quote-unquote human again. Like he's trying to get him to talk and try to get him to remember what has happened before he turned into a zombie. And it shows them having this relationship, this like bond with each other. And aside from that, the movie also shows what happens with Spike. Remember, Spike was the little boy. He ends up meeting with Jimmy Crystal and the Jimmy cult, the Jimmy crew. I call them the Jimmy cult. And cause they're just, all their names are Jimmy. And the thing is, Spike is not really feeling this cult. He's not really a fan of it. He's very uncomfortable, based on the things that they do. He's not really with those things. He doesn't like it. And it just, the movie shows what they're all about. You know, they're all about serving, you know, Satan. And so what happens is, you know, spoiler alert. I guess this is sort of a spoiler. They end up coming across Dr. Kelson. And the thing is, they start to believe that Dr. Kelson is Satan. Because if you notice, Dr. Kelson, he's resides at this bone temple. He's covered in red iodine, head to toe. So I mean, he kind of looks like Satan. So the Jimmy cult, they believe that Dr. Kelson is Satan, and it gets all kinds of twisted, and it just goes to a whole story of just the Jimmy cult really just following their their satanic leader, but they really don't have no idea where they're going. I will say this movie is, of course, full of a lot of gore. If you're familiar with these types of movies, they're always gory. I noticed when I went into the movie theater and I was watching it, there was two ladies that were sitting a few seats to the side of me, and they were like really like disgusted. And I was thinking to myself, I wonder if they knew what type of movie this was. And then I even noticed there was like two people sitting in front of me. They actually got up and left after the beginning scene. So I was like, I don't think maybe these people were too familiar with the franchise, but yeah, it was a lot of gore. So be prepared to see a lot of blood. If I have to go ahead and rate this movie on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 6. I know a lot of people hold this franchise in high regards. For me, I got it at a 6. Just simply because it was different from the usual 28 movies. It kind of, I guess, hyper focused on like two like subplots here, I guess you could say. And it kind of kept things really simple, and very short. But overall, it was a good solid watch. So again, I give it a 6 out of 10. So if you feel like, you want to go check it out, go ahead and check out 28 Years Later, Bone Temple. Once again, this is episode 40. Oh, and before I leave, I want to say all the actors and actresses in this movie did a great job. Ray Fiennes, of course, he's someone you're probably familiar with. He did a great job, and all the acting and everything was on point. So I really enjoyed all the acting from the actors and actresses. So if you look, or Jack O'Connell, he was just in Sinners. He did a great job as well. So if you're looking forward to seeing some great acting, there's some great acting in this movie. You won't be disappointed in that. But once again, this is 28 Years Later, Bone Temple. Go check it out. This is Flick the Script, episode 40. I am Derek Mitchell. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. I will see you then. Have a good one.